What if I told you one of the most powerful creatures on Earth is also one of the most gentle? And number 5 might completely change the way you see it. Hello everyone, I'm Alex Morgan. Today, we're diving into the hidden world of one of nature's most fascinating creatures to uncover what truly makes it so unique. Let's begin. Indian gray mongoose. The Indian gray mongoose is one of the most famous mongoose species in the world, found across the Indian subcontinent and stretching into parts of Iran, Afghanistan, and Central Asia. It lives in open forests, scrublands, agricultural fields, rocky hillsides, and around the edges of human settlements, making it one of the most adaptable small carnivores in Asia. A fully grown Indian gray mongoose measures between 14 and 17 inches in body length and typically weighs between 2 and 4 pounds. Its coat is a coarse grizzled gray with a slightly yellowish tinge, and its long pointed face, sharp dark eyes, and prominent whiskers give it a permanently alert and intelligent expression. Unlike many of its African relatives, the Indian gray mongoose is a solitary animal. It establishes and defends its own territory using scent markings, and it is active during daylight hours, spending its days foraging for insects, frogs, lizards, small rodents, bird eggs, and scorpions. But this mongoose is most celebrated throughout Asia for one legendary ability: hunting and killing venomous snakes, including the Indian cobra. It carries a genetic mutation in its cell receptors that gives it significant resistance to neurotoxic venom. Combined with its extraordinary speed, thick, loose skin, and ability to anticipate a snake's strike, it wins the majority of its encounters with deadly serpents. Across India, it is considered a guardian animal by farmers and rural communities, welcomed around homes and fields for its ability to control rats, mice, and dangerous snakes. This relationship between the Indian gray mongoose and human settlements has continued for thousands of years, and its bravery against cobras was immortalized in Rudyard Kipling's famous story of Rikki Tikki Tavi, making it one of the most celebrated wild animals in Asian culture and literature. Meerkat mongoose. The meerkat is the most recognized mongoose species on Earth, made famous worldwide by its distinctive habit of standing upright on its hind legs to scan its surroundings. It lives exclusively in the arid regions of southern Africa, including the Kalahari Desert of Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. The meerkat is small and slender, weighing between 1 and 2 pounds, with a light tan coat, dark bands across its back, and distinctive dark patches around its eyes that reduce glare from the intense desert sun. It lives in highly organized social groups called mobs, typically containing between 10 and 30 individuals built around a dominant breeding pair. Every member of the mob contributes to the group's survival through a system of shared responsibilities. Sentinel duty is among the most important roles in meerkat society. Designated individuals stand upright at elevated positions, watching for predators and communicating danger through a sophisticated range of alarm calls that the entire group understands and responds to instantly. The meerkat is immune to the venom of scorpions found throughout its desert habitat, and scorpions form a significant portion of its diet alongside beetles, lizards, small rodents, and bird eggs. What makes the meerkat truly remarkable is its approach to raising young. Adult helpers actively teach pups how to handle and kill prey through a carefully graduated process, bringing progressively more dangerous live animals to pups as their skills and confidence develop. This teaching behavior places the meerkat among a very small group of animals on Earth that do not just model behavior, they genuinely educate their young. Egyptian mongoose. The Egyptian mongoose is the largest mongoose species found on the African continent and one of the oldest animals in recorded human history. It appears in ancient Egyptian art and hieroglyphics dating back thousands of years, revered by early Egyptians for its fearless ability to kill venomous snakes and protect homes and grain stores from rodents. Today, it is found across North Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, and the Iberian Peninsula of southwestern Europe, making it the only mongoose species with a natural presence in Europe. A fully grown Egyptian mongoose can measure up to 22 inches in body length and weigh up to 7 pounds, giving it a noticeably larger and more powerful build than most other mongoose species. Its coat is a coarse grayish-brown, its tail is long and bushy with a distinctive dark tip, and its face carries the sharp, watchful expression common to all mongooses. The Egyptian mongoose is a solitary and largely nocturnal hunter, covering large territories in search of prey that include snakes, lizards, small mammals, birds, eggs, insects, and fruit. Its size gives it an advantage over smaller mongoose species when tackling large prey, and it has been documented killing fully grown cobras and other large venomous snakes with efficiency and speed. In parts of Europe where it was introduced centuries ago, the Egyptian mongoose has established wild populations that persist to this day. a living reminder of how deeply this animal has been connected to human civilization across history. Dwarf mongoose. The dwarf mongoose is the smallest mongoose species in the world, and despite its tiny size, it is one of the most socially complex and behaviorally sophisticated small mammals on the African continent. It is found across eastern and southern Africa, living in savannas, open woodlands, and bushland, with a particular preference for areas containing termite mounds, which serve as both shelter and lookout posts for the group. A fully grown dwarf mongoose measures just 7 to 10 inches in body length and weighs less than 1 pound. Its coat is a warm reddish brown, its eyes are bright and alert, and its movements are quick, precise, and full of energy. Like the meerkat, the dwarf mongoose is a highly social species, living in groups of between 8 and 30 individuals organized around a dominant breeding female who is the primary decision-maker of the group. It has developed one of the most remarkable interspecies partnerships in the African wilderness, a mutualistic relationship with hornbill birds. The mongooses and hornbills forage together, with the birds warning the group of aerial predators from above, while the mongooses stir up insects from the ground that the birds then catch. This partnership is so established that dwarf mongooses have been observed waiting for their hornbill companions before beginning the day's foraging, and hornbills have been seen landing near mongoose sleeping sites in the morning to wake the group up. For an animal that weighs less than a can of soup, the dwarf mongoose navigates its world with a level of social intelligence that rivals animals many times its size. The white-tailed mongoose is the largest mongoose species found in Africa when measured purely by body mass, and it is one of the most distinctive-looking members of the entire mongoose family. It is found across a wide band of sub-Saharan Africa, from Senegal and Guinea in the west, through Ethiopia and Somalia in the east, and down through Tanzania, Mozambique, and into parts of southern Africa. Its most immediately recognizable feature is its long, thick, pure white tail, which stands in sharp contrast to its dark gray or brownish-black body and makes it instantly identifiable even at a distance or in low light conditions. A fully grown white-tailed mongoose can measure up to 26 inches in body length and weigh between 6 and 10 pounds, giving it a stocky, powerful build that sets it apart from the slender, quick-moving appearance of smaller mongoose species. Unlike most of its relatives, the white-tailed mongoose is almost entirely nocturnal, emerging after dark to hunt across large territories that it patrols alone. It is a solitary animal, coming together with others only briefly during the mating season. It feeds on a wide variety of prey, including beetles, termites, millipedes, scorpions, frogs, small rodents, snakes, and bird eggs, using its powerful claws and strong jaws to break into hard-shelled prey that smaller species cannot access. The white-tailed mongoose carries a strong natural resistance to snake venom, and encounters between this species and venomous snakes in the African night are far more common than most people realize. Silent, solitary, and moving through the darkness with quiet confidence, the white-tailed mongoose is one of Africa's most capable and least celebrated nocturnal hunters.